There you are. Good afternoon to you guys.
Hello.
Hey, nice to see you. I know
Oh.
it's such a tiny screen on here, but so good to all be together. And Maddie, I think that's you over on the side. I
Yeah.
just saw an arm. Hi.
Oh.
All right. So before we hop in, I kind of just want to explain, Maddie is Jacob's communication partner for this interview. She's an incredible human that I'm grateful to know. So I'm excited to have you here. And then Jen in the background was Jacob's mom. She's an incredible advocate and storyteller and all the things. I don't know if you guys want to introduce yourselves at all.
Yeah, totally can. I'm Jen. I'm going to hang out in the back of the room for a minute. I may end up busting out because, as you know, it's a different experience with different communication partner. And sometimes when Jacob is hanging with Maddie, mom's presence causes a little dysregulation. So if that happens, I will hop out and we'll catch up with you later.
Sounds good.
Yeah, I'm excited to be here. He's excited to be here. So thank you for having us.
Yeah, of course. Thank you guys for coordinating. I know you've got so much going on. I feel really grateful and blessed to get on your calendar. Man. All right, Jacob. Now we pass the mic to you, my friend. We just had to get that quick official stuff out of the way. Now we can hop in. So yeah, Jacob, why don't you just share a little bit for anyone that maybe doesn't follow you or doesn't know your journey, how you're connected to the apraxia community and just a little bit more about yourself.
Do you want to play this? Here you go.
My name is Jakob Jordan. I am 24 years old, and I have autism and apraxia. I am an advocate for this community, helping others understand the brain and body disconnect by sharing my personal experiences.
Beautiful. Yeah, definitely. So I'm going to give a little background. Jacob and I met through Autistically Inclined at camp. That's how I know all these lovely humans on the other side of the screen. And we're going to dive into specific topics that Jacob, you have taught me specifically about. But just from meeting you, I guess it was like maybe 4 years ago now. I don't know. Time is a trippy thing, but until now, right? Like your advocacy work and your hobby and work has just exploded and expanded. So I'm really excited to talk more about that. And I see some of our fellow friends saying hello. Hey, Jenna. All right. So like I mentioned, I'm going to move on to question 2. And also for those that are listening that, again, may not be in this world completely, I sent these questions ahead of time. He's spent some time formulating his replies so we could hit play and hear them. But there will be other opportunities, right? If you guys have any questions that you want to ask Jacob specifically, if I have a question, right, Jacob can then spell in real time. It's just this expedites the amount of time spent on that typing because it is laborious and it is hard work, right? So anyone that is like, well, it's happening so quick. Is he typing those words that quick? This is all, we plan this out. So one more before I hop into that second question. Lily said, Kaleo says, it's Jacob. Love. You've got your fan club rolling in. All right, so let's talk about this, right? You're really a jack of all trades from, your Etsy shop, which I took out. I was like, I have his cards. I know I have them, right? You've got your Etsy shop and apparel, some really funny, beautiful artwork. You've co-authored. I also have you and Andrew's book, right? This book is amazing. I can't tell you how many times I just open it up to just like ground myself and remind me of, why I do what I do and just stay connected to the community. It's so beautiful. So if anyone hasn't seen this book, definitely check it out. I'll link it in show notes or whatever they're called. You're also an actor and an opera performer. Like you are literally doing it all. Probably things that, I haven't even mentioned. So With this work, when you look at common threads, is there a core message that you are working to try to give the world? And like, what is your why behind all of this?
My goal of all of this is to show everyone we are capable and help bring a smile to their face while doing it. Many autistics never get the opportunity to show all that lives on the inside. I want to help change this. Just because things appear one way on the outside does not mean that is the full story.
Yeah, I think a key word in there is the opportunity, right? I talk a lot about how, as a society, we wait for things to be proven to then move to the next step. And that is exactly what limits the opportunity. So I love that you are getting out there and doing huge things. You know, you just traveled overseas. I'm going to go rogue here because I know for me, traveling is a lot, right? It's exhausting on my nervous system. It's exhausting on like my sleep cycles. Um, how do you feel about traveling? I know there's this big motivator, right? That you're going to do this work and this mission, but how does traveling make you feel?
Here, what's up here?
I, L, O, V, E, love, I, T, it, E, X, P, L, O, R, I, N, G, exploring, N, E, W, new, P, L, A, C, E, S, places, H, A, S, has, B, E, C, O, M, E, become, A, P, A, S, S, I, O, N, passion, A, N, D, and, O, F, of, C, O, U, R, S, E, course, N, Y, V, I, C, E, voice, L, O, V, E, S, A, I, R, P, O, R, T, S, airports, T, O, O, 2. I love it. Exploring new places has become a passion. And of course, my voice loves airports too.
Yeah, I'm really happy you highlighted that because I had that on my mind and that was going to be a little bit of a follow up. We will get to what Jacob means a little bit more about what his voice loves airport, but I love that it's become a passion of yours, right? And if you didn't have the opportunity to experience travel, and especially, you know, I just made a post on social about this, that if your body and your nervous system shows dysregulation or stress in the process of traveling, like there's some families that even the thought of getting in the car and going to an airport is way too overwhelming. But getting on the plane and being on a plane for a long flight, right? But even though your body may show that at times, there's still this passion on the inside. And this is exactly what you said in the beginning of how the outsides don't always match the insides. So even within your work in this interview and showing, um, that travel is a passion and exploring places is advocacy work. So that's huge. That's my motivation too. I really don't like flying, but I use all my tools and strategies, and I stay focused on the beauty of wherever I'm going or whatever I'm doing on the other side of that airplane flight. So I can relate. So let's actually pivot, because I want to talk a little bit about what you mean when you say that your voice loves airports. I know I have a question on this. So let me ask the question, and then you could share your planned reply, but I would love for you to even expand on what you meant on that sentence about airports. So the question I had pre-sent is, essentially Jakob experiences what we call verbal motor loops, right? Or spoken words that are motor loops. And as someone that has spoken language, a lot of times we think that spoken language is intentional, and it's what his voice, like what he is really wanting in his core as a human. And in reality, for Jakob, it is not that. And for many others, like Jakob, we call that unreliable speech. So what is one thing you wish others knew about these motor loops and these unreliable spoken words? And if you have any advice to share with those families or anyone listening that experiences those.
Here, you can play this, and then you can add anything you want to.
Beautiful.
You got it here. Just do to here. Yep.
My voice can be very convincing. Don't let it fool you.
You can.
I'm back to face.
Yeah, we're coming back to it right now.
Mm-hmm.
Hem. Y. My. V. O. I. C. E. Voice. I. S. His. V. E. R. Y. Very. Hey. U. T. O. M. Hey. T. I. C. Automatic. Hey. N. D. And. F. T. E. N. Often. R. E. P. E. E. T. I. T. I. V. E. Repetitive. My voice is very automatic and often repetitive. J. U. S. T. Just. B. E. C. A. U. S. E. Because. I. S. P. E. A. K. Speak. S. O. M. E. T. H. I. N. G. Something. D. O. E. S. Does. N. O. T. Not. M. E. A. N. Mean. T. H. O. S. E. Those. A. R. E. R, hem, Y, my, T, R, U, E, true, T, H, O, U, G, H, T, S, thoughts. Just because I speak something does not mean those are my true thoughts. F, O, R, 4, E, X, A, M, P, L, E. Example: A, I, R, P, O, R, T, S. Airports. For example, airports.
If I'm
You got it.
for
D, O, do, I, T, R, U, L, Y, truly, L, O, V, E, love, A, I, R, P, O, R, T, S. Airports. T, H, E, the, W, A, way, M, Y, my, V, O, I, C, E, voice, M, A, K, E, S, makes, I, T, it, S, O, U, N, D, sound, N, O, no. Do I truly love airports the way my voice makes it sound? No. B, U, T, but, I, T, it, C, A, N, can, D, E, F, I, N, I, T, E, L, Y, definitely, M, A, K, E, make, A, F, U, N, fun, C, O, N, V, E, R, S, A, T, I, O, N, conversation. My voice is very automatic and often repetitive. Just because I speak something does not mean those are my true thoughts. For example, airports. Do I truly love airports the way my voice makes it sound? No. But it can definitely make a fun conversation.
I like that you find the silver lining in it, right? It can be fun and you could teach others about that specific topic, right? But I think I wrote down true thoughts, right? So what is coming out right now via typing intentionally each letter are your true thoughts and intentions. Whereas the mouth voice, as I call it, right, is more of that automatic impulsive, just as the full body has experiences apraxia, the muscles of the mouth also experience that. So just as, there may be someone that doesn't have any spoken language, but their body is really impulsive and grabs things or swipes things off the table or gets up and leaves the space, right? But for your body, more specifically, Jacob, I think the verbal motor loops are more prominent, right? That doesn't go to say that you don't experience whole body apraxia, because I know you experience that as well. It just looks different for each person. So I respect your humor underlying of it, of like, yeah, it can make for a fun conversation, but it's not really, I don't like them that much. And what's really important is, I know there's a lot of families that will listen to this that have individuals that either their body shows that they quote unquote are really interested in something, or their voice sounds like they're really interested in something. I know 18-year-olds that will request Paw Patrol, or Yo Gabba Gabba, when in reality, that's not what they're really interested in. But because that's what we hear and what we see through the body, we think, we're doing right by that person. So, and I know you've shared in the past that sometimes those conversations could be regulating for you. Is that correct? Am I remembering that right?
Y, E, S, yes.
Okay. Yeah, and that's where that fine line, I often get asked, how do you know if it's a motor loop or if it's intentional? And how do I know when to break it versus not? And it really is so individualized, and having a reliable form of communication like Jacob has is like, the gold standard of figuring that out. But there's a lot of different ways you could lean into intuition and just exploring and being honest, right? I think when I first met you, Jacob, I didn't know that the airport conversation was a loop, right? So I joined in for a little, and then as it continued, I said, you know what, I'm not sure if this is a loop for you. So let's start talking about, whatever's in our environment, the trees or whatever we were doing at camp. So there's always an opportunity to just be humble and honest with an apraxic loved one in your life, of like, I don't know if this is a loop, but I am going to change the conversation, or I'm going to change what we're doing here. So is there anything you would want to add to that, like my perspective of loops, that maybe we missed yet?
L, O, V, E, love. E, V, E, R, Y, T, H, I, N, G, everything. Y, O, U, U, S, A, I, D, said, M, O, T, O, R, motor, L, O, I, O, P, S, loops, C, A, N, can, G, O, go, T, H, E, the, O, P, P, O, S, I, T, E, opposite, W, A, Y, way, T, O, O, 2, S, P, O, M, E, T, I, M, E, S, sometimes, I, P, R, O, T, E, S, T, protest, T, H, I, N, G, S, things, T, H, A, T, T, that, Hi, hi, hey. C, T, I, U, hey. L, L, Y, actually. L, ho. V, E, love. Love everything you said. Motor loops can go the opposite way too. Sometimes I protest things that I actually love.
Yeah, thanks for that feedback. It's a I'm sure, both Maddie and your mom could agree, right? It's something that without this form of communication, it's really hard to know otherwise. But the beauty is that individuals like yourself that have this reliable form of communication and have worked really hard to get there are showing the world about this topic and that it's possible to get to the point where you're at, right? Through hard work and dedication, to share your true thoughts. So thank you for sharing all that. Um, I'm not going to jump to the next question because two thoughts came up while you were replying. First, I also realized that I did not talk about New Kids on the Block at all in your repertoire of things and your Vegas adventures and your styling and all of that. So I need to know, I am not stylish at all. You've seen me at camp. I wear pajama pants and a t-shirt. Would you say that styling yourself for those events and now in the day to day, I see you with your scarf and you're looking good, is that a hobby or a passion of yours? Or has that always been something? Is that something new? Tell me a little more about your style.
T eyes. How many eyes?
Nah, less than one.
T eyes.
We don't have time.
Nice, Jacob.
D, E, F, I, N, I, T, E, L, Y. Definitely. I, T, S. It's U, S, T. Just. L, I, K, E. Like. T, R, A, V, E, L, I, N, G. Traveling. I, F, F, I, N, E, V, E, R. Never. H, A, D. Had. T, H, E. The. O, P, P, O, R, T, U, N, I, T, Y. Opportunity. I, M, A, Y, may. H, A, V, E, have. N, E, V, E, R. Never. D, I, S, C, O, V, E, R, E, D. Discovered. M, Y, my. L, O, V, E, love. F, O, R. 4, F, hey, S, H, I, O, N. Fashion. Definitely. It's just like traveling. If I never had the opportunity, I may have never discovered my love for fashion.
Yeah. And we wouldn't all get to see your creativity kind of bloom through that. I really love to watch that. So thanks for sharing. That's really, again, the opportunity is the doorway to it all. All right, let's move on. Oh, actually, sorry, there was a question about what device you, let me read it. From Commune Divergent said, if you don't mind me asking, which AAC device or communication app has been the most helpful for you? What do you like most about it? And is there anything you wish it did differently? And then Julie from Autistically Inclined, I think this is you, Julie. She said, cheering you on, Jacob. Love seeing you and Maddie from at 26 letters with 2 S's, getting your voice out more, sharing as one of Jacob's communication partners here. So yes, I think that's Julie. Jacob uses Proloquo for text on the iPad. Love the question about his devices that he can answer better too. We also use a variety of wireless keyboards. So is there anything you want to add to that before I hop into our other preloaded questions?
L, O, V, E, love, T, H, E,
Bless you.
the, P, R, O, L, O, Q, U, O, Proloquo, hey, P, app, hey, M, D, and, I, T, S, it's, C, H, O, I, C, E, S, choices, O, F, of, D, I, F, E, R, E, N, T, different, V, O, I, C, E, S, voices, A, S, has, F, A, R, far, A, S, has, T, H, E, the, D, E, V, I, C, E, device, I, T, S, it's, J, U, S, T, just, A, N, I, P, A, D, iPad, W, I, T, H, with, A, B, L, U, E, T, O, T, H, Bluetooth, K, E, Y, B, O, A, R, D, keyboard.
I give unto thee face today, and to see him. The two eyes together, ask something about the two eyes.
Well, she's got to go.
Two eyes together. T-I, sticky.
No, sorry, you got it.
I, T, F, if, T, H, E, the, K, E, Y, B, O, A, R, D, keyboard, I, S, is, N, O, T, not, A, V, A, I, L, A, B, L, E, available, A, N, A, L, P, H, A, B, E, T, alphabet, L, A, M, I, N, A, T, E, laminate, W, O, R, K, S, works, T, O, 2, 2. If the keyboard is not available in alphabet, laminate works too. Love the Proloquo app and its choices of different voices. As far as the device, it's just an iPad with a Bluetooth keyboard. If the keyboard is not available in alphabet, laminate works too.
Really nice. And beautiful work sticking with that, Jacob. I know I'm asking a lot of rogue questions here and in front of an audience, which I know you're not new to, but you're doing fantastic. And I think for anyone watching, I think it's important to highlight those moments where exactly what we were talking about earlier, right? Jacob, your voice kind of takes over and then you work really hard to be intentional and get your true thoughts out. So way to crush that. Thank you for sharing. Anyone that is asking or curious about the device, it's also really important to work with a provider that is trained in type or text-based communication and communication partners that are trained. I could put some links and information in the notes as well. All right. As much as I would love to talk with you all day, I know this is a lot of work on your end. So let's kind of switch gears back to the pre-programmed responses. We always like to ask towards the end, what is a strategy that you lean into that helps you rise up as your best self?
Designing cards, calendars, and shirts. This is one thing that helps bring a smile to my face and others.
I love that. I mean, I'm kind of guilty of doing the same, like finding the things that I love and then being like, well, let me make it into an Etsy shop or this or that. But I really love that you highlighted that it brings a smile to other people's faces, because I really love your cards specifically. I send cards a lot, and these images always just make me smile, and you've always got like funny little, let me show everyone that's watching. There's even more on the inside, and it's lovely. So I love to hear that. You definitely bring a smile to my face with your products, I guess we can call them as well. Camu Divergente said, I love this. Thank you so much for sharing this. It's really inspiring me to see and hear your thoughts and opinions about what helps you communicate. Greatly appreciate it. Thank you. Thanks for being here. All right. So Jacob, what is next for, the second half of the year? You've been all over the globe and with all kinds of things. Do you have any kind of projects or events that you'd like to share about?
As we head into the second half of the year, there are a couple things I want to focus on. I have loved every project I have worked on with the opera. I hope to continue furthering my career in the performing arts, as well as continuing to work on my current skills. I have recently started uploading videos to YouTube. Lots more to come there. And who knows, I may have some surprise projects I have been working on behind the scenes. You will have to stay tuned to find out.
I love the teaser. I'm definitely tuned in even before that. So that's really, really awesome. The opera work and the performing arts, again, just something I am not brave enough for. So kudos to you. And I'm excited to continue to watch that journey. All right. Final question, my friend. Where can people find you and kind of stay in tune? I know you mentioned YouTube. We've got Instagram. We've got an Etsy. Why don't you share so we don't miss out on the things you're working on behind the scenes?
Cards by Jakob on Facebook. And find the link below to purchase my book.
Awesome. Yeah, I will definitely be adding the link for the book, your Facebook page, Etsy. And I know there's a handful of posts out there about your journey with New Kids on the Block and the opera. So I will intentionally share those on my Instagram story today, just so anyone that joined could find them quickly, but they're out there. So good. Is there anything you want to add that we haven't touched on, Jacob, just before we wrap up?
T H A T H A N K. Thank. Y O U U S O so M U C H much F O R 4 T H I S S this. Thank you so much for this. F A L W A Y S always hey hey G R E hey T great T I M E time G E T T I N G getting T O 2 C H A T chat W I T H with Y O U U. Always a great time getting to chat with you.
Same to you, Jacob. Thank you for taking the time. I know I've said it before that I know this takes energy and dedication, right? And those are both things that you have. It's just how you decide to spend that time and energy. So appreciative of you. People in the comments are saying you're a big inspiration, Jacob. Thank you, Jacob. Keep sharing. So just keep doing you, keep spreading your light via all your style and artwork and acting, all the things. So I know everyone will be tuning in. All right, guys. Enjoy the rest of your day. And thank you, Maddie and Jen, for the coordinating and being here.